on Sunday Night Football. This will be the one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Brees Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Another run here with Hall. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Ho-ho! And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. A short gain up to the 20. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. All right. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Stroud to the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Talk about having a breakout season in year 3. I mean, years 1 and 2, Mike, he didn't combine for 1,000 yards in total. Year 3, nearly 1,300 yards. Big reason for C.J. Stroud's great rookie season behind center was the play of Nico Collins.
On the ground, it's Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here we go.
Dell motioning over. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. He slams it in there, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Rodgers on first down. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. Over the top, he's got it. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their...
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
In motion now, it's Collins. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. The Texans set to punt this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. On the run, here's Hall. He'll manage only a couple. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. He'll go again with Hall. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll try to run for it with Hall. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Rodgers here on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his 2nd year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
1st and 10. Now Mixon. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. There's that man again, another catch. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. A tight end in motion now. Again, it'll be Mixon. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll start at the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Coming free is Conklin. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going up top again. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Okudah. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Texans offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2nd and 7. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. Here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. In motion now, it's Collins. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. He'll go down and it's an incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
3rd and 5. To throw is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd and a yard. the handoff. Here comes Hall. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Rodgers, RPO, quickly out to Wilson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 22-yard line.
A give. Here's Hall. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. The master of play action, Rodgers. Open man is Lazard. He's got it.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
He'll get this complete to Gibson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
6-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They give to Hall. And he will score again. Brees Hall. Touchdown, New York. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and number 12 on the year. Zerline's kick. Up and good. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Jordan. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And in motion is Brown. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That's taken in. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Here's 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. That's Sauce Gardner, the all-pro, there to knock that one away. Here comes 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.